I put it into a connect object to check the size. It's 200 centimeters. So I put it into a cloner and set it to 200 by 200 by 200. And after I make my grid, let's say 10 by 10, you know, no, not 10 by 10, 10 by 5. And let's make it, yeah, let's create this grid. And now, how do I delete clones? Well, if I remember well, there is mograph selection, and you can paint mograph elements, motion graphics elements. If I'm right, so I just paint this, and this, and how do I hide them? It's a good question, right? So just mograph selection, brush rectangle, and select these elements. Yes, here we have a mograph selection, and now I put an effector hide selected. Here we have it. You okay now? I click here. Okay. Mograph selection. I set it to rectangle selection, right? I have selected my clones like this. There are little points appearing here, okay? And then you make a selection. It creates a selection tag on the cloner, okay? And then you click on this, you come to mograph, and you click hide selected, and it will hide the elements you selected from the clone. Okay, that's it. If you want, you can even use a there's a cloner here, a boolean. You can just put it into a boolean, and then you use a cube, and you grab this cube like this, you make it big, then you cut the whole structure. This is another way you can do it. Okay, easy. It's a boolean type. Good?
Yes, but the picture as the opening is the cube like an arc.
Well, if you have an arc, if you have an arc, then you create an arc. You grab an element like rectangle, circle, you put it here like this, and then you create a spline mask like this, and you just click on the magic center, you put it into a extrude object like this, and there you have it. Is it good or not?
And these points in the middle.
I don't understand how is an arc, by the way. It's an arc by selection, not by it's an arc by selection, not by Boolean body. Yeah, you mean these, right? Well, you just select them by hand. I mean, you can select the mograph elements. They are here. You see? Motion graphics elements.
I go to mograph and make a selection. How can I select the cloner?
Yes, and then you hide them. You turn on hide selection, and what you select mograph set selection or something like that. Mograph weight paintbrush mograph to set selection. I don't know. I'm not sure how to because if I delete these one, you know, the selection is basically mograph selection 1.1, and if I create a selection based on some polygon, so I go to mograph effector and motion graphic selection and rectangle, you can use polygon or brush or something like that. I go for polygon and I select an arc like polygon. And when I finish, I click hide selection, and there is an arc. You see? So I understood now that is not a Boolean, but not non-rectangular selection. Okay? And you always make new selections. So for example, you make a brush selection, then you can go to line mode because you can see it much better. Then you go mograph selection, and you select, for example, these, then deselect these elements. Yeah, it's hard to select them because there are geometry there. So let's say you just select this one and this one and this one. You will see it when you do it a bit better than now on my monitor. And then you just create height selected, and it creates another height selection. We don't need this one, and it hide it. And I go back to the garage shading, and it hided these two. See? So you can hide anything you want. You just need to create a mograph selection. Okay?
Okay.
Click, click, hide. And if you, and then you can turn it off and on. Okay, that's it. Yes, it was a nice question. Irem, now I have to go, but we will check it, or send me a message. Okay.